Hey Lady of Victory, Coach Sharice here. Just wanted to stop by to remind you that you don't have to become her because you're already her. You just need alignment to match the woman that you're becoming. And if you're honest, the things that you're struggling with is not that you're not capable. It's because you're carrying things in a season that no longer fits you. And if you said to yourself, I'm inconsistent, I can't do this, it's not that you need more pressure, you need alignment. And today I'm going to walk you through a method that I teach called A.L.I.G.N. And I'm going to give you some strategies that you can put into place immediately, even before you master the full framework. A, acknowledge the misalignment. Misalignment doesn't mean that you're doing nothing. It's about doing everything and still feel like you're falling behind. Because you're being productive, but you're drained. You are being consistent, but somehow you still feel disconnected. You're responsible, but then you have a feeling of resentment. But here's the confusing thing. You're not falling apart because you're still showing up every day. But here's the truth. On paper, you look stable, but inside, you feel like you're falling apart. And that's misalignment. It is not your character. It is just your current setup. Which leads me to my first strategy tip, the resentment check. Ask yourself, what am I doing that I secretly wish I didn't have to do anymore? And the answer is usually your first sign that you need alignment. L, look at the belief that's driving the habits. Misalignments don't start with a calendar. It starts with a belief. And habits are not just habits. They are agreements. Agreements like, if I don't do it, it won't get done. Or I can't let them down. Or my rest is earned. Once you start believing this, you build a life that keeps you running on these beliefs. Okay, are you ready for strategy 2? I want you to name the belief, not in the dramatic way, but in the clear way. For example, I am operating like my value equals my output, meaning the more things I get done, the more valuable I feel. The key of naming the belief is that you can stop letting it drive you unconsciously. I introduce a new lens. And this is where the lens shift happens. Alignment is not about doing less. It's about doing what matches. What matches your season, what matches your capacity, and what matches the woman that you're becoming. So this is why I teach Align, because it gives a step-by-step guide on how to stop living on autopilot. We're not fixing routines. We are building alignment. Strategy 3. We're going to switch up from saying time management to energy management. What does that mean? So instead of saying, what all can I fit in my day today? You're going to say, what can I handle well? This one switch can instantly reduce the amount of things that overwhelm you because you're going to start prioritizing your day based on your energy instead of how many time slots you have available. G, guide one decision. And this is where the shift of our strategy begins, right? Because you're not going to change your life in 1 week. You're going to do it one aligned decision at a time. If you've ever heard me talk about how do you eat an elephant, one bite at a time, because an elephant in theory is too big to eat at one time. Same concept here. But we're going to use an alignment filter, broken down in 3 steps. Step 1, is this necessary? Or is it familiar? So you got to think about, is this something that is really necessary? Is it just something I'm used to doing? Step 2, is this truly my responsibility or is it something I'm controlling? Because you have to be real. Some things we just hold on to because we just don't feel like anybody else can get it done. And that's not true. Step 3, does this support the woman that I'm becoming? Or is it a version of me in survival mode? You have to realize when we're reverting back to that old survival mode, because it's really easy to do because we've been operating in that place for so long. Strategy 4, one decision reset. You're going to pick one thing that you've been doing out of obligation and decide if you're going to delay it, you're going to delegate it, you're going to delete it, or are you going to do it differently? The one thing about alignment is that you're not choosing to be a new woman. You are making decisions that support the woman that you already are. So we made it to the last letter, N, which means name the identity. And that's what I want you to do. Name her, right? Not you on the worst day, but the woman that you are becoming. Because you have to understand, a lady of victory is not a woman that does everything. She's one that decides with intention. She doesn't have to prove herself through her busyness, but she protects her peace through her alignment. And this is the favorite part. You don't have to become her because you're already her. You just need alignment that matches the woman that you're becoming. If this message is speaking to you, I want you to stick around. In the upcoming weeks, I will be taking the A.L.I.G.N framework and breaking it down into more detail, giving you strategies that you can actually live by, not just be inspired. So remember to subscribe and follow for more Lady of Victory content. Also, I want to know where you are in your journey. If you are choosing alignment on purpose this week, comment A.L.I.G.N. I want to see you. Otherwise, I will see you all in the next Lady of Victory video.